Hello students, welcome to the second poem of your first language English, Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. Before we begin the poem, we shall discuss about the poet. The poet we are going to discuss is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States of America. Abraham Lincoln is one of the well-known figures in the entire world history. He was the 16th President of the United States of America. He was born to parents who struggled to make a living in Kentucky. So, Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky on 12th of February 1809. His parents belonged to an economically lower section of the society, because of which they had to work harder to make ends meet. Lincoln made great effort to acquire knowledge. In spite of his poverty, Abraham Lincoln worked very hard to acquire knowledge and education. An outspoken opponent of the system of slavery, Lincoln defeated the Confederacy in the American Civil War and introduced the measures that abolished slavery. Abraham Lincoln opposed slavery. He was against slavery that prevailed in the United States of America at that time. The African blacks were especially made to work as slaves in the plantations, and their conditions were very poor. So Abraham Lincoln, he fought against slavery, and finally he defeated the Confederacy in the American Civil War and abolished slavery. He is considered to be a very upright person, and he has earned a place among one of the greatest leaders of world, particularly United States of America. So before we begin the poem, let's have a pre-reading activity. Your parents have very carefully chosen a school for you. What do you think are their expectations from the school? Every parent wants his child to get the best education, so that the child one day may grow to be a successful person. But everybody has his own perception of success. Parents select good schools for the children so that those students will learn well, get better education and become successful in life. They expect the schools to teach children moral values as well as textual lessons. In this letter to his son's teacher, Abraham Lincoln requests the teacher to inculcate in his son the qualities that he feels would be the best. He wants his son to be an all-rounder and be a practical, kind-hearted person with principles instead of just being a bookworm. So we shall now discuss about the poem in detail. So we shall now see a small introduction to the letter that Abraham Lincoln has written to his son's teacher. He begins his letter by saying, "My son starts school today. It's all going to be strange and new to him for a while, and I wish you could treat him gently. It's an adventure that might take him across continents, all adventures that probably include wars, tragedy, and sorrow. To live this life will require faith, love, and courage." So Abraham Lincoln's son is going to start his school. So Abraham Lincoln says that it's all going to be strange and new for him. So he wishes that his teacher teaches him gently. It might be an adventure for him. His schooling might be an adventure for him. Later on, it might help him to travel across the world. And it might even help him to see a number of wars, tragedies, and sorrow. And to live his life, he may require faith, love, and courage. So the remaining part of this lesson is in the form of the poem that we will be studying now. ಈ ಪದ್ಯ ಓದುವಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಈ ಪದ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಈ ಪತ್ರದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೊದಲು ನೋಡಿ ಅನಂತರ ಪದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ ಅವರು ಅವರ ಮಗನ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಇಂದಿನಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲು ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಮೊದಲ ದಿನ ಬೇರೆ, ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾಗಿ ತೋರಬಹುದು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಮಗನನ್ನು ಮಮತೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಣಿರಿ. ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಖಂಡಾಂತರವನ್ನು ದಾಟಿ ಹೋಗುವ ಸಾಹಸ ತುಂಬಿದ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಯಾನವಾಗಬಹುದು. ಆ ಸಾಹಸ ಯಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ದುರಂತ, ಯುದ್ಧ ಮತ್ತು ಅನಂತ ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಈ ಜೀವನ ಕಟ್ಟಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಳಲು ನಂಬಿಕೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಧೈರ್ಯದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಾವು ಕಲಿಸುವಿರಿ ಎಂದು ನಂಬಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈಗ ಪದ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true. But teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Teach him, for enemy there is a friend. It will take time, I know, but teach him if you can, that $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found. Teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. Steer him away from envy if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. Teach him, if you can, the wonder of books, but also give him quite a time to ponder the external mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and the flowers on the green hillside. In the school, teach him it is far honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Teach him to be gentle with gentle people and tough with the tough. Try to give my son the strength not to follow the crowd. When everyone is getting on the bandwagon, teach him to listen to all men. But teach him also to filter all he hears on the screen of truth and take only the good that comes through. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. Teach him there is no shame in tears. Teach him to scoff at cynics and to beware of too much sweetness. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders, but never put a price tag on his soul. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight if he thinks he is right. Treat him gently, but do not cuddle him, because only the test of fire makes fine steel. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Let him have the patience to be brave. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will have sublime faith in mankind. This is a big order, but see what you can do. He is such a fine little fellow, my son. Children, we shall now discuss the poem in detail. Since it's a very lengthy poem, I have taken about 7 to 8 lines and tried to explain it so that you can understand the poem in a much better way. I shall explain to you first in English and then give a small summary of it in Kannada also, since many of you had requested for an explanation in Kannada too. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true. Here, Abraham Lincoln writes a letter to his son's teacher, requesting his son's teacher to teach his son to be a better human being. He says, my son will have to learn that all men are not just. Just means fair or honest is known as just. All men are not true. He wants his son to know the hard realities of life. He wants his son to know that in this world, there are a lot of people who are not good enough, who are not just and who are not true. He says, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. He says at the same time, teach him also that for every scoundrel, means for every villain, there is a hero, and for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach his son to be just, means to be honest, though knowing the fact that people are rarely honest or just in this world. Lincoln wants his son to know that the ratio between a good man and a bad man is 1:1. He feels that his son should know the hard realities of life, yet not be negative. ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನರು ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅಪರೂಪದ ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಅಪರೂಪದ ಪತ್ರ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪೋಷಕರು ತಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಗುರುಗಳಿಂದ ಬಯಸುವುದೇನೆಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಿ ಅವರುಗಳು ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ಅಂಕಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುವುದಾಗಲಿ ಎಂದು. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಂಕನ್ ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳು, ಗುಣಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಜೀವನದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಅವರ ಮಗುವಿನ ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನೆಂದು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕೆಟ್ಟವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಕೆಟ್ಟವರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳು ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಆ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಿ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆಯೇ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ನಿಷ್ಠಾವಂತ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಿಯಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಜನ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರು ಇರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಕೆಟ್ಟದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅರಿವು ಮೂಡಲಿ ಎಂದು ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಅವರ ಮಗನ ಗುರುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. Teach him for every enemy there is a friend. It will take time, I know, but teach him if you can. That $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found. So Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach him that for every enemy there is a friend. For every bad person there is a good person also. Now why does Abraham Lincoln want his son to know that for every bad person there is a good person? There is a reason for that. If a child thinks that the world is made up of only evil people, scoundrels, selfish people and bad people, then he will become disillusioned or sad in life and may become one like them. But if he knows that there are heroes, dedicated people, good people and good friends, then he will try to be like those good people. And that is the reason why Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach his son that for every enemy there is a friend also. For every bad person there is a good person. Abraham Lincoln says that it is not an easy thing to teach his son in a lesser duration of time. He says you can take time, but teach him this. He even says that $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found. He wants the teacher to teach his son that the value of a hard-earned money is always greater than money that is earned without working hard. Lincoln wants his son to value hard-earned money instead of getting greedy for quick money that would come over one's way. He tells his son's teacher to teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. He wants his son to accept defeat with lots of humility. He wants his son to rejoice on his victories, however, not to lose heart on his losses. He wants his son not to be easily disheartened when he loses. He wants his son at the same time to even enjoy winning. One cannot always be in a win-win situation. Success and failure are the two sides of a coin. One should not get depressed and demoralized when one loses. Instead, one should accept it and try to understand why it happened and then try to improve on it. So Abraham Lincoln wants his son to learn to accept losing graciously and also to enjoy winning. ಪ್ರತಿ ವೈರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಶತ್ರುವಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಗೆಳೆಯನಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಎಂದು ತಮ್ಮ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥೈಸಲು ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಅವರ ಮಗುವಿನ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೇ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು, ದುಷ್ಕರ್ಮಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಶತ್ರುಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದರೆ ಅವರು ನಿರಾಶೆಗೆ ಈಡಾಗುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಟ್ಟದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆ ಬೆಳೆದರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರಂತೆ ಆಗಲು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಸುವುದು ಸುಲಭವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸಮಯ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸಿರುವ ಹಣ ಕಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕ ಹಣಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮೌಲ್ಯ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂಬ ಅರಿವು ಮೂಡಿಸಿ ಎಂದು ಗುರುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಸೋಲನ್ನು ನಮ್ರತೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಲು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಗೆಲುವನ್ನು ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಅನುಭವಿಸಲು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡಿ ಎಂದು ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಅವರ ಮಗುವಿನ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. Steer him away from envy if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. Teach him if you can the wonder of books, but also give him quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and the flowers on the green side. In these lines, Abraham Lincoln requests his son's teacher to teach him to steer away from envy. To steer away from envy means Lincoln feels that his son should not envy. Envy means feel jealous or greed is known as envy. So Abraham Lincoln does not want his son to envy bad things. He doesn't want his son to envy or to feel jealous of others. But he wants him to learn and accept the hidden secrets of life. He wants him to be cautious but innocent. He says, let him learn early that the bullies are the easiest to lick. It means that the bullies can be the easiest to be defeated by not getting agitated by their bullying and by laughing at them silently. So bullying means you can say like when someone makes fun of you or when someone troubles you, it is called as bullying. So he says when someone bullies us or someone makes fun of us, we should not get agitated or irritated, but instead we should just laugh at them silently. He says, teach him if you can the wonder of books, but also give him quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky. He says, teach him about the wonder of books also. Teach him about knowledge and education that is there in the book also. But also at the same time, teach my son to appreciate the beautiful nature that is there around us. So Abraham Lincoln doesn't want his son to learn only that is there in the textbook. He even wants him to learn and appreciate the beautiful nature around us. So he says, but also give him quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky. He wants his son to ponder means to think about. He wants his son to think about the everlasting. Eternal means everlasting mystery of the birds in the sky, the bees in the sun, and the flowers on the green hillside. He wants him to look around the beautiful nature. He wants him to see about the mystery that God has created in this nature. He wants him to see the beautiful birds in the sky, the bees. He wants to see the beautiful flowers in the green hillside. So he doesn't want him to just learn the textbooks, but also he wants him to appreciate the beautiful nature that is there around us. ಅಸೂಯೆ ದ್ವೇಷದಿಂದ ದೂರವಿರುವುದು ಹೇಗೆಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡಿ ಎಂದು ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಅವರ ಮಗುವಿನ ಗುರುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪತ್ರದ ಮೂಲಕ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮುಗುಳ್ನಗೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಮಹತ್ವವಿದೆ ಎಂಬ ಅರಿವು ನನ್ನ ಮಗನಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ ಎಂದು ಆಶಯಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೈನಿಕರನ್ನು ಅಲಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದು, ಕಡೆಗಣಿಸುವುದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡಿ ಎಂದು ಅವರ ಮಗುವಿನ ಗುರುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದರೆ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಲೋಕ ಪರಿಚಯಿಸಿರಿ. ಆದರೆ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆ ಆಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರುವ ಹಕ್ಕಿಯ ರಮ್ಯತೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಸೂರ್ಯನ ರಶ್ಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರುವ ದುಂಬಿಗಳ ಝೇಂಕಾರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹಸಿರು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಗುವ ಹೂವಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮಯ ಹೊಂದಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡಿ. ಇದರರ್ಥ ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನರು ಅವರ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಕೇವಲ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಜ್ಞಾನವಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಸುಂದರ ನಿಸರ್ಗದ ಅರಿವು ಮೂಡಲೆಂದು ಆಶಯಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. In this school, teach him it is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. So Abraham Lincoln wants his son's teacher to teach his son that it is honorable to fail than to cheat. So many times in our life we take the wrong path to achieve something. But it is always better to be true to ourselves, to be honest and to fail, rather than to cheat and achieve something in life. He says, teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Abraham Lincoln requests the teacher to teach his son to be honorable in every walk of life and to have faith in himself, even if others condemn him or make fun of him for his belief. He should learn to stick to his ideas, no matter what those ideas are. It means that one should always have faith in ourselves, even if everyone tells what we are doing is wrong. If we have faith in our ideas and if our work is correct, we should stand by it. So he says, teach him to be gentle with gentle people and tough with tough people. He says, my son should learn to be good to good people, but at the same time, he should also learn to be tough. Means he should learn to be strong with people who are tough or people who are strong. ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೆಲ್ಲುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸೋಲುವುದನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸಿ. ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಗಳಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ನೋವು ಮಾಡಿ ಪಡೆಯುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕತೆಯಿಂದ ಸಾಧಿಸಲು ತಿಳಿಸಿಕೊಡಿ. ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಸಮಸ್ತರು ಟೀಕಿಸಿರುವಾಗ ಅವರ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಚಲ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿಕೊಡಿ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಸೌಮ್ಯ ಜನರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸೌಮ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕಠಿಣವಾಗಿರುವ ಜನರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಕಠಿಣವಾಗಿರುವುದು ಹೇಗೆಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡಿ ಎಂದು ಅಬ್ರಹಾಂ ಲಿಂಕನರು ಅವರ ಮಗುವಿನ ಗುರುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪತ್ರದ ಮೂಲಕ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. Children, we shall continue the remaining part of the poem in your next session. So for today we have discussed about the first starting 30 lines. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the remaining 30 lines of the poem. Till then, have a nice day.